Hi, this is a quick video of aircraft maintenance technical publications that can give you a little bit more information in how to you how you can conduct aircraft maintenance activities. Obviously, we whoever conduct aircraft maintenance before knows the backs and forth and how to use their manuals, regardless of which aircraft. This probably can provide you like a bigger picture of what actually can assist or how can it can assist in your maintenance organization. So first, I want to touch on where the system was created. The ATA chapters, which are based in the S1000D. You can look it up in your own time on these keywords down here. Um, but basically, that was a system, a specification that originated back in the 80s as a standard for aerospace and defense industries. Try to standardize globally, but obviously they start locally. And also, this actually integrate to the integrated logistic support. I say integrated twice anyway. Um, so that's pretty much the basis of how maintenance is conducted. So you see, for instance, the different chapters you see here: 33 lights or 49 APU, 27 flight control. So all these are standards or universal standards in the aircraft maintenance. Sorry, not aircraft maintenance, in the aircraft design and production world. Obviously, we have the different scale for aircraft maintenance engineers. You got avionics, you got mechanics, you got structures. Um, all these are related to each other. They're independent, but it's how they're being skilled. They're being categorized for different systems as well. That's in the maintenance organization world. Obviously, all these systems below they come from actually the system the when the aircraft was designed and produced based on certain standards that were set by the regulator, FAA, EASA, whatever it may be. Um, these procedures here that you see are pretty much all what is part of the S1000D. The reason I want you to focus on this is because if you know how they connect to each other, it will make it easy to do a better assessment and not just focus on one particular procedure. There's many ways to do it, but that's not the purpose of this video because every aircraft maintenance has a because of their design and their maintenance requirements is not focusing just one aspect of it. So that's what I'm not focusing too much into that. That's why this video just an overview. So, classical example here is you got different function codes. These function codes, function codes, are they basically tell you which sort of operation you're conducting, and I will tell you in a minute why is this important to learn this. You normally have maybe a code that is tell you open for access, and it's gonna be familiar for all the panels in the maintenance, in the major task of the maintenance operation. Um, it could be a functional test, and that will have another code. I tell you from this slide, the main thing you had to probably I want you to take from this is that you should focus on your chapter 10 sorry, chapter 0, which is pretty much your general information data. Why you should focus on this is because you will learn that some of those codes may be related to some other activities, and if the more you know how it's been structured, the easy for you to find the right information. And what I'm putting you an example. You know, the illustrated parts manual, you'll tell you the parts and all the detail that what you had to order, but also you got a fault finding procedure that tells you some other parts that may be relevant to that. So it's obviously every aircraft maintenance manual has its own way of process, but The main message here is you should check your chapter zero, the double zero in your aircraft data module. Um, so that's pretty much the whole message here is that you see they're gonna have certain codes that help you to understand what operation you're conducting at that time. Now this is the other part that I wanted to show you is you have certain maintenance activities that are too basic or basic, and some other that are a little bit more complex. And that's pretty much from the previous slide. You understand those codes, you understand better in which category of maintenance you're conducting. I mean, you're certifying or you're troubleshooting or whatever you're doing. Um, and how they relate to each other. And I'm gonna give you the classical example on this slide here on this graph is that the normal inspections done in line maintenance include also periodical structural inspections, which is this one here. So those periodical inspections are there for a reason, and it's pretty much to monitor monitoring of the structure of the aircraft itself. And like I said in another video, it's not just the monitoring of that aircraft, but the whole fleet. You find something that could be affecting that aircraft, something unusual like a crack or a dent or something in a primary structure of the aircraft. That feedback will go back to the overhaul phase, and engineering will determine what if these are repaired, it needs to be conducted or is part of a standard repair or a major repair or even scrap the aircraft. So there's many scenarios here. But the whole point with the technical publications is if you're aware of these codes of what are you doing there, that also give you like more broad picture, like the bigger picture of what you're doing in your day-to-day basis. And also going to point out that why you have a basic maintenance and more complex maintenance, because demands obviously more logistics, parts and planning and so on. That's part of another topic like line or base maintenance. But what I want you to take away from this is that you have different type of scenarios where you could be identifying something for the monitoring on the long term of the aircraft. And even you got also repairs. You got minor repairs that are already standard in your aircraft data maintenance modules, or standard repairs that are actually um, eh, um, with the input of support engineering or the design of the manufacturer to conduct those standard repairs, which are not really overbroad, and the other ones is major repairs, which is more complex than the last two. um, Modernization of the aircraft is pretty much to extend the life of the aircraft, or even to keep it up to date with the latest technologies in aerospace. But once again, I want you to focus on to make the difference between what you're doing and why you're doing it. And like I said, the very good start is start with your chapter 00. That will give you information in how is categorized your aircraft, and the different type of checks and zonal inspections and so on. I don't know, let's put an example. We know that aircraft systems are not isolated. There are subtasks and other systems that, and every goes by a different skill. So the classical example, you do an inspection and line maintenance, tell you to do A to C, checks on circuit breakers, whatever it may be. Do a TCAS check, a traffic collision avoidance system, so whatever does there is. And you're going to find that some of these chapters are for different trades, for avionics, for mechanical, for structures, or for NDT. Let's call it even NDT, and NDT is part of structure operations. um, but once again, once you learn to identify all the systems and subsystems, you can categorize and do a better and provide better information back to the um, to the people that is monitoring overhaul of the aircraft. And that will be given with the precise, obviously technical data that you provide, not just, let's say, just aircraft maintenance manual, but also illustrated or wiring diagrams and so on, or whatever maybe what the case it is. So that's basically the whole point of this. Um, okay, thank you very much.